I'm Jennie Gage, and this is Life Take Two. Hey everybody, I'm Jennie. Welcome to Life Take Two. I want to start off today just by asking a question. How are you doing out there? I feel like we've had a really tumultuous, really emotionally trying couple of weeks, couple of months. And honestly, Kevin and I were laying in bed this morning talking about this. I feel like collectively, I haven't felt like we were all mostly okay since before the pandemic. That's when everything just kind of fell off a cliff for me. I feel like we've struggled to recover from that and get back to normal. Maybe that's just me. I have a friend who lives in Dubai. I was talking to her last night. Most of her friends are expats from around the world. And she was saying that every morning they wake up and they just check the news to see what's going on in America. She said, we view America as one of those high drama reality TV shows where you're always checking in to see what's going on. And the sad part about that is we are all living in that high drama reality TV show. It's everyday life as The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Survivor Island. Let me know what reality TV show you think it feels like we're living in the comments while I get to my point. As you know, I'm doing everything that I can to build community and connections and just make my little bit of the world a better place as much as possible. And nothing changes the world like a good book and shared ideas. This month, I'm launching the Life Take Two book club, which we're calling the Liberty Library. There's a reason authoritarians want to burn books. Tyranny thrives on ignorance, control of information, the suppression of ideas, and controlling our imaginations. I lived under a very tyrannical system for a very long time, and controlling that information was the key to keeping me ignorant. Tyrants rewrite history to suit their tyrannical ends. Reading can play a powerful role in combating tyranny by exposing us to ideas we wouldn't otherwise come across, especially if we're coming out of high control groups like the Mormons, the evangelicals, some of my other friends out here that have lived similar lives to me. I know I apologize a lot for not having an education because I spent 24 years literally just baking sourdough bread, changing diapers, taking care of kids, driving them to school and things like that. But the thing that saved me in the end and what helped me to rebuild my life was that I was an avid reader. I have read so many books. And the funny thing, too, is that while my parents controlled what TV shows I watched, what movies, what music, and all of the input that came into my little brain, if they saw me with a book, they thought I was golden. They didn't realize that some of the ideas that I was absorbing through my literature, like Plato and Socrates, Jane Eyre, that damned Madeleine Albright autobiography that gave me some really wild ideas. They didn't realize that when I was reading, I was actually changing my mind from the inside out. Not only did my religious community control what I read, but they also kept me so busy that I didn't have time to do all the reading that I wanted to. I was so busy reading the Bible and the Book of Mormon and General Conference talks and all the other churchy stuff and just so involved in my religious life that I didn't have a lot of free time. And I still don't have a lot of free time, but the free time that I have, I dedicate to learning. And at least at the time of this recording, we are still a free country with a free press. And boy, you guys, let me tell you how dangerous ideas are. Chairman Mao and other tyrants who have actually burned books, they couldn't burn the ideas out of people's heads. So I feel like it's time to pack our brains with some fresh ideas. I'm launching this book club in partnership with an indie publisher from Canada called Hypnotic Press. Hypnotic Press publishes and produces audiobooks exclusively. It is a female-owned company. The publisher, Carolyn Craig, has a strong belief in the capacity of audiobooks to help spread ideas beyond the reading public, which sadly is a smaller and smaller portion of our society. We've had long conversations about some of the barriers to reading. People who have ocular abnormalities, vision problems. I have some vision problems of my own just because I'm aging. People who simply can't read, things like dyslexia and other barriers to reading. And then a lot of us just don't have time to sit down and read books. So it was really important for me to partner with somebody who offered a wide variety of audiobooks while still maintaining this small business aspect that I absolutely demand for all of my products here, and also being female owned, which was definitely the cherry on top. If you want to learn more about audiobooks and how they can get people consuming books and ideas, check in for our live interview on November 5th. Carolyn is going to come on and she's going to share with us some of the stories behind the authors from the books that we're going to be reading, some of the different actors who have done the audiobooks, and then all kinds of little juicy details about some of our upcoming books. So that will be an episode that you're definitely not going to want to miss. And here is the most exciting part. Hypnotic Press is offering our first book, our book for the month of October, for free. So no strings attached. You don't have to sign up for a subscription. I know that we're all struggling a little bit financially. This is absolutely free. I also want to be very clear here. This is not a sponsorship. I'm not being paid for this. I went out of my way to select a company that would partner and offer some things for you, but I'm not getting anything out of this. I am providing this book club just for good vibes and to build some community. So the first one is free. After that, you'll be able to buy the audiobook for 50% off on their website. So all books moving forward, 50% off. And every month we're going to have some freebies too. So Carolyn will throw in some free books. She'll throw in some discounted books. We'll have a little gift packet for you every month. We've decided that the best delivery method is to use the app Soundwise, which you can download for iOS or Android. So go ahead and download that app. All of the instructions, all of the links, everything that you need are in the description of this video right here. You will also need the promo code that's listed below the link in my description to plug that in to get that free book and to get the discounts on the books moving forward. Now, if you want a paper book and you don't want to do the audio versions of these books, you can always make a request at your local library for a copy, even if they don't carry it. Libraries can swap books with other libraries. If you plan to buy the book or ebook so that you can have your own to keep indefinitely, remember to purchase it from your local bookstore or directly from the publisher. That's the best way to ensure that the publisher and author get the most in return for their work. And that's just a good general rule of thumb to keep in mind. You can also purchase the audiobooks through Libro FM and, of course, support your local bookstore. All right. Here's the first book. For our first book, I'm really pleased to be offering a book that I've mentioned a couple times before. Feminism is for Everybody by Bell Hooks. Many of you already know about Bell Hooks, but a short intro into her and her amazing life is definitely in order. Bell Hooks, who lived from 1952 to 2021, was a groundbreaking author, cultural critic like me, feminist theorist, and educator whose work transformed understandings of race, gender, class, and love. She was born Gloria Jean Watkins in Hopkinsville, a small, segregated town in Kentucky, the daughter of a janitor and a maid. She developed a love of reading and turned to it for comfort and inspiration. And that's what I hope to do with us in our book club. She wrote under the name Bell Hooks to honor her maternal great-grandmother and to emphasize the importance of her ideas over her identity. This is also why she didn't capitalize her name. She was a prolific writer, teacher, and speaker, an influencer before we even had TikTok, before we had Instagram, before we had YouTube. She was an OG feminist influencer. She published more than 30 books, which is remarkable because I'm just trying to write 3, and it is so difficult. Her books included classics such as Ain't I a Woman, All About Love, and our book, Feminism is for Everybody. She offered a vision of justice rooted in community, compassion, and healing, while challenging systems of domination and oppression. She is one of the most influential public intellectuals of the late 20th and early 21st centuries. And Feminism is for Everybody, Hooks dismantles the myths and misconceptions about feminism. There are so many of these classic misconceptions about feminism floating around the ethosphere right now, which is one of the reasons why I want to dispel it by reading a little bit of Hooks. Hooks offers a powerful and accessible guide to understanding feminism as a movement for justice, equality, and liberation. One of the things I love about this book is Bell Hooks' warmth and clarity, which Robin Miles beautifully captures. Hooks shows that feminism isn't just for women or academics. It's for everyone seeking freedom from sexism and oppression, covering everyday aspects of life from family and relationships to work, sexuality, and community. She highlights how feminism can transform both society and our personal lives. And I don't know about you, but I could use a little bit of transformation in both of those areas right now. Inspiring, inclusive, and deeply practical, this book invites readers of all backgrounds to see feminism as a path toward collective change and individual empowerment. I am so excited to read this book with you. And I hope that if you're a man listening, if you're somebody who thinks you already know everything about feminism and you've already read a lot of feminist works, even if you've read this book before, I hope that you'll join us. So the book is officially available now. I will be announcing the new books on the first of every month. Then I'll be doing our actual book club gatherings as a live with a guest on the first Wednesday of the following month. Unless there's a holiday like Christmas or something that happens to fall on the day, and then we will announce as necessary. I'm literally so excited to start this book club that I have goosebumps. I love reading. I have run many book club in my time. I have some really amazing special guests coming up for my book clubs. I have the next 2 years in books and all their synopsis written. I have thrown myself into this for the past couple weeks, and I'm so excited. I hope that you'll be excited with me. Please share with a friend. And yes, as of right now, the minute this video drops, that link will be available. Hope you guys have a great day. Mwah.